Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week I want to talk a little bit about the new Spider-Man movie releasing in July this year, and theories that kind of about Iron Man's involvement in the trilogy now that he has passed. If you have not yet seen Avengers Endgame, go and see it, because I will be talking spoilers in this, and a lot of the content that I will be talking about relates to Endgame. So do that now and then come back here later and watch the video. So after seeing the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home releasing in the next few months, I began to wonder how Iron Man's involvement how heavily Iron Man will be involved in this film. And then I saw how they handled Iron Man's death. Very nicely done in the trailer, and of course you have Peter Parker kind of reeling from the death of almost like some sort of father figure to this teenage boy, like Uncle Ben in the 2002 movie, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and how the death of Iron Man affects the life of Peter Parker moving forward. In this movie we have the return of Nick Fury, we have Peter Parker, and we have a new supervillain or superhero. We're not really sure what kind of his role will be in the movie as of yet, but we do know that it's a comic book character that appeared in the first Marvel comics to do with Spider-Man, and it'll be interesting to see how their relationship works throughout the film. Now onto the theories about Tony Stark and how he could kind of possibly return as tutor or mentor to Peter Parker during this difficult time of remembrance. There are possible ways in which he could come back. He could come back as a hologram. It's not usually how this type of movie would go, but given that Tony Stark is a multi-millionaire and pretty much is the leaders of the Avengers, it is entirely possible that he could come back as a holographic image, as a flashback or flash forward or whatever. Or they could use that holographic message that Tony Stark sent his daughter at the end of Endgame, and place that scene somewhere, or rework it a little bit and place it in the movie. He could come back as a flashback memory, or as Peter Parker tries to make sense of his death and what happened and how it will affect him going forward, now that he doesn't have him as kind of a person to lean on or whatever. But it'll be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out, and I have to catch up on this the first movie in order to make sense of the second one, unless they're two separate movies within themselves. But I will leave the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home up in the info card above now. It should be popping up throughout this video. and yeah, so he could come back as a distant memory, a flash forward, or in some sense he could not appear in the movie at all, and they could just have the graffiti art on the walls, or the um, or the paintings and the murals in the art galleries, as a way of saying, almost like a farewell to Iron Man and Tony Stark. The film releases in July of this year, with which will close out phase 3 of the Marvel Universe, and then in the lead up then to the next phase of the Marvel movies, we have the Black Widow solo movie, Disney miniseries based on the Marvel characters, and many more, of which you will be getting more news of very soon. So if you want Avengers related videos and stuff about Marvel Cinematic Universes, this is your place to be for that, and I will make sure that you will be the first to receive the news. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.